Okay, so part three of our sound file playback, we're going to make use of some more modern uh, manipulation techniques. With Max 7, sound file playback can make use of time stretching independent of speed changing, independent of pitch changing, and we do those with attributes. So to get going here, let's unlock and open up this sfPlay inspector, open up the sfPlay reference, excuse me, and down below messages are all the attributes. So let's start with looping. That's an attribute. And I'm going to put this one over here and loop around. So since I had turned looping on through the message, looping knows that it's on. And we can stop it. Right. Then unlock. I'm going to pull this down a little because I'm going to put in a few more attributes. Um, so if I'm going to do any speed, pitch shift, loop changing, I need to have the time stretch attribute on. So I come over here, select sfPlay again, because every time I mess around with one of these objects, changes in the reference. So time stretch, and it will do nothing if I turn it on because I'm not issuing any commands, but okay, let's unlock and move that around. So now I can do a few more things. I can deal with my time stretch mode back in sfPlay and find that as a mode argument for our mode attribute. And I'm going to put it up here. So much time stretching is on. Hook this up. Then I've got different time stretching features. If I turn time stretch off, this grays out and I can't change anything. So this is important. The order that I'm hooking these things up is important. Now let's have a speed attribute. If I can do time stretching, I can change the speed. Looks like I got the wrong one. I got slur time instead of speed. That's okay. I can, from the attribute inspector, pick another attribute. So there's speed. And in fact, I'll show you something here. I don't have to grab attributes from the reference. If I type in a new object, attrui, attribute inspector, it'll say nothing because it doesn't know what I'm getting it from. But if as soon as I hook it up, now it knows that it's hooked up, so it's attributes of sfPlay. Let's take the speed. Let's go ahead and start. Time stretching is on. So pitch is not changing, double it up. And now the time stretch modes come into play. And these are different ways of analyzing the sound file. Rhythmic should try to keep transients unchanged as much as possible and do time stretching compression on the non-transient parts, but that's creating some artifacts. If I go back, can do general. If I go back into my audio files and let's find some talking, this is a good one.
The pulse of river, the memory of current loose in the walls. The pulse of river, the memory of current loose in the walls.
Be able to go to monophonic maybe.
The pulse of river, the memory of current loose in the walls.
Extreme stretch is like the pulse stretch. Now you heard that artifact, so you can't change time stretching modes in real time and not get some kind of audio crap that comes out the speaker.
The pulse of river, the memory of current loose. And
you can hear a kind of doubling of the audio because it's layering to get more efficient or more smoother time stretching over a longer period of time. We can just do the general. And you hear those artifacts and the amplitude modulation. So if I'm doing really extreme stretching, maybe that's what I want to use. I'm just going to go back to basic for now. And that gives me some things. What else can I do?
The pulse of river, memory of current loose in the walls. The pulse of river, memory of current loose in the walls. The pulse of river, the memory of current loose in the.
A little slowed down. I can do pitch shifting. So back here, just to make sure I have the syntax right, pitch shift by a factor. And I'm just tracing my route to try and keep things a little bit neater. So let's get maybe the guitar. And put it at switching speed. Change the pitch shift to so dropped it an octave, but it stays at the same speed. Likewise, if I go up, so pitch shift is by a ratio factor. Back to 1. And I can't slow it down. Okay, let's put them back. So they can be used in combination, is what I'm trying to show you. And the final one that is interesting for now is if I will go into pitch shift scent. I could also do time stretch quality. So let's do time stretch quality. I didn't do that one. I want to do that one. Quality. And I'll put this one up here. So I can make it better with a faster computer. Also going to now go back in to the attribute and go for pitch shift by sense. And so this is giving you a musical interval. And now, up a half step. And another half step. And you notice the factor is changing. So if I change the pitch shift factor to 0.5, then it drops down an octave, which is 1200 cents, 100 cents for every half step. So these two things are related. Change one, the other one's going to change. But this allows you to think about pitch in terms of interval. And if I go back in, go back to 0, I want to go down a fourth, that would be 5 half steps. So I want to go down another whole step, that'll be 7. Take it down another step, and back up to 0. And all of that kept the same time and tempo. So it's really a pretty powerful little playback object. Takes a lot of arguments to get the most. There's other ways to manipulate audio a little more graphically, and that's going to be the next set of videos. So I'm going to stop here for now. Going to save that as my third patch in the sequence. This is the one I'm going to upload after I add some comments to it, and that's it for now. Didn't want to do that.